What's up everyone, Freddy here and welcome to my YouTube channel. First of all, there are a lot of different types of reselling, but they all revolve around the central idea of buy low, sell high. The most well-known type of reselling is probably Supreme. So if you guys are familiar with how reselling Supreme works, my method of reselling isn't going to be that complicated. But if you're not very familiar with how Supreme works, basically a company like Supreme, or in my case a sneaker company like Nike or Adidas, they'll basically release a hype sneaker with a limited quantity. So if you know anything about economics, you'll know that a product with a low stock and a high demand will drive the price up. So that's essentially how I base my type of reselling on. I essentially buy a hype sneaker at a low price and then sell it at a higher price later, and then the profit margin is what I get to keep. So now getting into my method, not saying my method is the most effective, but what I basically did was I bought my sneakers on Nike Sneakers app, and I've tried entering raffles on third-party websites such as Sneakers and Stuff and Extra Buttery and other stuff like that. And I've also tried entering in Yeezy drops, but I never had any luck with those. So anyways, every time a hype sneaker drops on the Nike Sneakers app, I'll basically just go in and then try to purchase it as fast as I can. Oftentimes the drop will be a lottery, so that means the winners are basically randomized, and the only chance you'll have of increasing your chance of winning the shoe is if you create multiple accounts and multiple entries. But also sometimes the drops will be a bit of first come first serve. So if you get there early and you're one of the first people to press and purchase a sneaker, you'll essentially have a higher chance of being able to purchase it. Also, just a quick disclaimer to those who aren't really familiar with this type of reselling. So how this works is that if you win, you're essentially winning a chance to purchase a sneaker. You still have to pay the money. They won't give it to you for free, and sneakers can go up to over $200, so just be aware of that. Anyways, in the chance that I do win the sneaker, I'll basically sell it on a specialized reselling app known as StockX. Now there are definitely other ways to resell your sneakers, and I think reselling on StockX might not be the best way to maximize your profits, but I mainly use StockX and I recommend it to beginners because their service and how it works is just very streamlined and really easy and simple to use. Also, selling on StockX is extremely trustworthy and they have great customer service, so you'll know you won't get scammed by a sketchy buyer on eBay or Craigslist. Hey guys, so I'm editing the video right now and I just realized that part was a little bit unclear. So what I kind of mean is that if you choose to sell on Craigslist or eBay, you're gonna have to meet up with people and you're gonna have to give them your payment information. And especially as a high school student or a kid that's young and doesn't have a lot of experience, that might be a bit intimidating and maybe even dangerous. So StockX is just a really easy corporation that'll allow you to sell your sneakers without worrying about getting scammed or putting yourself in dangerous situations. Alright, back to the video. Also, just a quick note on StockX. When you want to sell a sneaker on StockX, make sure it's never been worn before, or else StockX won't accept it. Okay, now that I hopefully explained a little bit of the method and background information, let's get into my individual sales of my shoes. Okay, the first sneaker I ever resold was the Off-White Zoom Fly in the black colorway. So I bought the sneaker for $184.03, including tax, and all of the buy prices are going to be including tax. So on StockX, I sold it for $296, but StockX has these seller fees and processing fees, so the money I got was $259. And my profit margin from that sale was $74.97. Okay, my second sneaker sold was a Nike SB Dunk Low. I'm pretty sure it's in the purple lobster colorway. So for this shoe I got it for $108.25, and including all the processing fees on StockX, I sold it for $198.63. So for the shoe I got $90.38 of profit. Now onto the third shoe I sold. I bought the Air Jordan 1 Turbo Green for $173.20, and I sold it on StockX for $217.88. So for this sale, I only got $44.68, but it was still worth it. And now my biggest sale yet, I was just so excited when I was able to grab this on sneakers. I got the Travis Scott Air Jordan 6 for $173.20, and I sold it for $600.60. So on that sale, I made $486.80. And finally, a couple weeks ago, I actually got another shoe, the Air Jordan 1 purple, court purple, something like that, colorway. And wait, hold up, I actually have it right here. So I was able to get this shoe on Nike sneakers for $184.30. And obviously I haven't sold it yet, but on StockX right now, it is going for $262. So after all of this, my total revenue, which means the total amount of money I sold from selling sneakers, was $1,335.51. So after all the fees and the cost it took me to buy the actual sneakers, my total profit comes out to $696.83. Okay, now that I got all of my individual sales out of the way, let's see where I went wrong and where I went right, so that you can get a better idea on how you can maximize your profits. Okay, so hopefully you remember, but the second sneaker I sold was the Nike Dunk, and if you remember, I sold it for a little bit less than $200, and right now the shoe on StockX is going for over $900. So hearing this, that might be extremely insane. Like, why would someone ever buy a shoe for $900? But trust me, there's weird people out there. So the main point I want to give to you guys is that I made a huge mistake here, and if I just kept the sneaker and held on to it till now, I could have made $600, $700, $800 more than I would have made if I just sold it immediately, which I did. On the other hand, the Travis Scott sneaker that I sold for a whopping $660 on StockX, right now it is only going for $432. So basically I sold it at almost the exact point where it peaked and then started going down. So obviously it's nearly impossible to predict all of the fluctuation when it comes to sneaker prices, but the best you can do is to sell based on what you think the sneaker will rise or fall in the later months and the later years. So hearing that might be really intimidating, and yes, I missed out on potentially so many dollars of profit, but making mistakes is just ultimately how you learn. And additionally, you can simply just maximize your profits by doing research. You can look up how the community feels about a sneaker to see if it is hyped and it will sell very well. And you could also look on past trends to see if the sneaker is similar to the one you want to buy/sell, and see how it performs over time. Also, if you get into the sneaker culture a bit, you'll know that some shoes tend to have trends. For example, the Air Jordan 1 always tends to rise up in value over time. Now, I'm not completely sure why, to be honest, but that's just how the sneaker works. And by doing that research, you can know when to hold it for a longer period and then sell it later, or just sell it immediately after the sneaker drops to maximize your profit. Another way you can maybe get an opportunity is to just pay attention to the world. For example, last year, if you're not aware, the NBA team Toronto Raptors won the NBA championships. And there's also a shoe completely dedicated to the Toronto Raptors called Jordan 4 Toronto Raptors. A bit redundant, but still. So basically, once the Raptors won the championships, immediately the shoe spiked in value. So just by, preparing like what's going to happen in the world and how it relates to sneaker culture, you can take advantage of opportunities and be able to get more money. In conclusion, you won't win every draw and you'll definitely miss out on so many opportunities, but the important thing is to try and make mistakes and learn and grow from them. It's summer now, so there's really no excuse for you to wake up a couple minutes early and then try to get yourself a sneaker through a sneaker drop. Alright, this video is probably already boring a lot of you guys, so I'll just end it right here. If you have any questions, make sure to leave it down in the comments. And if you like this video and want to learn more, drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the future. Peace.